It's time for the Coach's Corner Show with your host, Pat Disabato.
All right, welcome to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. Happy New Year to everybody. Hope you had a Merry Christmas as well. I'm Pat Disabato from the Daily Southtown newspaper. And as you can see, Beggar's Pizza, very festive still. We're still in the Christmas holiday mood here. Good times, that's for sure. We have a great show for you tonight. Marist boys basketball coach Gene Nolan will be our guest. There's not a team hotter than the Red Hawks. 17-0 overall, 2-0 in the East Suburban Catholic Conference, coming off a 65-24 victory over Harlan. Last weekend, they host Marion Catholic on Friday night, 7 p.m. That should be a great game, great league game. So this is Gene Nolan's 17th year. Hard to believe, man. Time flies, and I remember covering Gene when he was at Marist. Tremendous player. He could really shoot the ball. So we're going to talk all things Marist with Gene Nolan. But right now we are going to go to a Beggar's Pizza timeout. Remember, folks, go to beggarspizza.com. Join the Big Cheese Club. We'll see you in a little bit. Gene Nolan, Marist boys basketball, will be our guest. Stay tuned.
We came up with a bunch of clever commercial ideas to entice you into trying Beggar's Pizza. We decided to let the food speak for itself.
Hello, boys. I'm a drop-dead gorgeous pepperoni sausage, hold the vegetables deep dish pizza. Just look at my cheese. Your place or mine. Beggar's Pizza. We lay it on thick.
For more than 25 years, Midwest Orthopedic Consultants has been dedicated to providing comprehensive orthopedic excellence. The physicians at Midwest Orthopedic Consultants, with convenient locations in Orland Park and Oak Lawn, have received specialized training in subspecialty areas, allowing them to treat even the most complicated orthopedic conditions. X-rays and MRIs are available at both facilities, allowing patients to get everything completed in one location the same day. Ortho Urgent Care is provided Monday through Thursday between 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. and Saturdays from 8 a.m. till noon at their Oak Lawn location. Midwest Orthopedic Consultants.
Having surgery or dealing with some type of nagging pain that limits your function? Then get to Athletics. We offer treatment for all types of orthopedic injuries, work-related injuries, and sports injuries. Therapists with over 20 years of experience provide treatment that is efficient and effective. Our 2,000 square foot clinics offer state-of-the-art equipment from HydroTrack, Blankenship, and Biodex. If your doctor suggests physical therapy, then you suggest Athletics, where every patient is treated like a champion.
Hi, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. Our guest tonight, Marist boys basketball coach Gene Nolan, good friend of ours. Gene, how's it going, my man?
Good, Pat. Thanks for having me.
Welcome back again.
Thank
It's been
you.
a few years, man. You've been
a couple years.
17 years, which is hard to believe, but you've had to been on the show at least 10 times, Gene. You've been on this baby. You know
Well,
what
I
I'm saying?
appreciate having me back.
Well,
Thanks.
we'd love to have you, my man. We'd love to have you on. And like I mentioned, 17th season. Okay, and I covered you when you were a player at Marist. What is more surprising to you, that this is your 17th year of coaching, or that your team is 17-0?
Well, probably the 17-0 part.
Yeah.
The kids have been great. High character team, a really good team chemistry. The 17th year, you look back and you think, like, where did the time go? And we were talking before off the air, but I remember being 22 and being Ken Styler's assistant, and those kids were 17 years old then.
Yep.
And so there's not much of a gap. We keep getting older, but the kids stay the same age.
Yeah.
And then you think, like, if you're lucky enough to go another 17 years, then doing the math of, like, how much older you are than the kids then.
Yeah.
But it's all part of coaching, and kids don't change. They're just a great group, whether it was now 17 years ago, and it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, and those kids, like 17 years, then they have kids, and you start coaching their kids.
That's when it'll really hit
That's
you.
when
right?
it really
Exactly.
hits you, man. That's
Yeah.
for sure. All right, so what is it about this team that you believe they've done better than what you expected them to do through 17 games?
Yeah, it's a good question. The summer is the first time you get a chance to work with the kids, and we had a good summer where you can kind of see glimpses of kids stepping into roles and the improvement of the team by the end of the summer.
Yep.
But really, since the start of the year, to see us defend it the way that we have, rebound behind it real well. If we can keep doing that, keep defending and keep rebounding, because those are things you can do consistently every game. And we've been able to do that so far. Now the challenge is, you know, we've always said this to the kids, that offenses develop as seasons go on. It takes a little bit more time because it involves the ball, the skill work, the teamwork, the execution. So as offenses keep developing as the year goes on, we have to keep developing defensively and with rebounding so that we can keep that as the backbone of what we're doing. And then, you know, I think offensively we've shared the ball well. Great teamwork, and I think that chemistry that's off the floor, you know, we can see it on the floor with the kids too.
Yeah, that's vital, man. So what do you see as the biggest difference, looking back to that first game when you guys were participating in District 218 shootout to now? Where have you seen the biggest growth at with this team?
Probably, you know, at the start of the year we were good defensively to start. We have gotten better, but I really look at the offensive side of the ball. Kids really understanding their roles, really accepting them, and then now fulfilling them. You know, I think our teamwork, you know, and sharing the ball and, you know, getting the ball inside, playing inside out, multiple sides of the floor. We've had some really good possessions where there's multiple pass sequences in a possession, and I think our kids are having fun playing that way. So I think we've, you know, from the beginning our defense was really good, and our offense has continued to grow as the season goes on.
So would you say, in terms of a strength of this team, would you say it's its defense, or would you say chemistry, depth? What would be the main strength you think of this team?
I think at the top would be the character of the team, and then the chemistry of the team. And that stuff's aligned, you know, as we know. If that's off the floor, then you can see it on the floor. I've never coached any other sport, but I would imagine in any sport kids play, when you have character, you have chemistry, all that stuff can be seen in the sport that they play. And our kids really keep developing that. That's really been the most fun that part of the season for us as coaches is seeing the kids play the way that we know that they feel about each other. And they're playing that way together.
Yeah, awesome. You got a big time stretch coming up here. We'll get into it in a little bit, but where do you see the need for this team to kind of take it to the next level, Gene?
Well, there's always improvement that has to take place because other teams are improving. So even the things we do well, we have to keep getting better at. I think the middle third of the floor has been an area that we really have to get better at. Offensively, we want our push and our pace to be a little bit better. We've gotten better in the half court. Now we want to get better in the middle third. And then defensively, our defensive trans has been good, but as other teams keep running, as seasons go on, we know we're going to face some teams that are going to be doing that a lot more. We have to be even better in that area, that middle third of the floor.
Okay. Now we're taping Monday, so this is airing Wednesday, Gene. So, you know, Friday you guys host Marion Catholic, very good team. Tuesday, then you go up the road on Pulaski, up to Brother Rice for a big game. And then Friday you have Bennett. So, I mean, 17 years in this, and you have those three lined up. I mean, does it still get the juices flowing? I mean, because this is what it's all about. You're playing three, you know, top teams.
Right, and then there's more even after that. So, but this is, the kids love it. They're excited. Listen, we're not going to avoid losing. And I think the biggest, most pivotal part of the year for us is when we do, what do we do? And I believe that this is a group that whether we win or lose, they'll know how to react to it. And I think because of that, we can compete, we can be in games, but they're going to be great atmospheres too. Big league games coming up, big rivalry games coming up, and win or lose, our kids will come out of those games better. And I think that's the biggest goal as we go through the season.
So do you have something like set up in case when that happens, if you guys do lose, or are you like, it'll take care of itself with this group? This group knows what.
Well, I believe that it would. I think when you're winning, you can afford to really get on kids in teams a little bit harder. Because it's already built into them that things are going well. And believe me, we've seen a lot of everything in the 17 years. You know, our first team 17 years ago won 2 games, and everything in between. So you try to get a read on what you think each individual group responds to best. And certainly in that 2-win season when we didn't win a game for a month, it was a little bit different. And you try to make sure the kids understand how great they really are, because they are. And with this group, It's a mature group, though. You know, I think it can respond to, you know, being coached hard, which they do. And I also think it's a group that can respond to adversity, even in a game. You know, if we're losing, that they always believe that they have a chance to win.
That's key. All right, folks, we are going to go to a Lisa Thomas timeout. Remember, 3 locations: Mokina, Tinley Park, Orland Park. And high school kids, guys, $17 haircut, girls, $27 haircut. Just show your high school ID at Lisa Thomas Salon. We come back, more with Marist boys basketball coach Gene Nolan, 17-0 Redhawks. Stay tuned.
It's time, your time. Look renewed. Feel rejuvenated. Visit Lisa Thomas Salon. Whether it's a new hairstyle, expertly applied makeup, skin treatments, or nail services, our professional stylists are up to date on all the latest techniques and styles to help you achieve the look you've always wanted. Find the you deserve. Your transformation begins at Lisa Thomas.
Bob's Auto Body and Repair in Blue Island has been prospering since 1968 when Robert Warniak Sr. opened a business. Bob's goal? To go above and beyond to satisfy their customers. Whether it's a small ding or a major collision repair, Bob's is a trained technician and state-of-the-art equipment to meet the high standards their customers expect and that Bob's demands. Bob's also offers complete mechanical services for your automobile, from an oil change to brake repairs. Mention this ad, Bob's will detail your car for free with any auto body work or give you a free oil change with any mechanical work. Bob's Auto Body and Repair, Blue Island. All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. If you're just joining us, our guest, Marist boys basketball coach Gene Nolan. Redhawks are 17-0. They host Marion Catholic on Friday night, 7 p.m.?
Yes.
Yes, okay. All right, you have one of the most dynamic, not only point guards, but I'd say the most dynamic players in the area. Maurice Commander, only a junior. Kid's dazzling, man. He is fun to watch, folks. If you haven't got a chance to see the Redhawks, he's worth the price of admission. What makes him such an effective player, Gene?
Well, he's a great kid, and just like our other kids, he's a high-character kid. He's a really good student, really focused.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just a kid that you can really count on. He's a two-way player, so he can play his position, he can guard his position. He's real quick.
Yep.
He's got really good hands, and you know, he's like an old-school point guard that he can score, he does score, but he's also always thinking pass first. So he's the kind of kid that kids love to play with.
Yeah, I remember seeing him last year, Gene, and you know, you walk into a gym and you see a kid like that, you're like, he's it. Mm-hmm. He's got the it factor. You know what I mean?
He's got a great feel for how to play.
He does. He has a great feel. Another kid that has a great feel for you, another junior, Morgan Taylor, MVP at the Centralia tournament, which you guys won. Where have you seen the biggest improvement in his game?
Morgan's been terrific. Defensively, offensively, you talk about a kid who just has a sense for how to play the game.
Yeah.
He's got tremendous footwork. You know, he's the kind of kid that like would make a play with footwork, like an up and under to a step through to a finish with like a body in, ball away. And we've never talked about it.
Yep.
He can just do it. And he's the kind of player that don't even tell him anything other like different than what he just did. Just let him be.
Yep.
And he's just really, really sound fundamentally. He can score. He can draw contact. He can finish through contact. But probably his biggest area of improvement is he's really, truly a two-way player, just like Maurice is. So when you have two guards that can both play their position and guard the position, it does help a lot. And those two guys have just been terrific.
And Morgan, we should mention, and quarterback on the football team as well. So, you know, a two-way standout. He's an athlete. And I'm going to give this right now because he is our Labriola Bakery Cafe Golden Baguette Player of the Week based on his fantastic performance at Centralia. So he gets a nice gift card. I'm handing this off to you. So you deliver the assist, all right? All right. So, all right. To win this Centralia tournament, it's a tournament you guys have been at for a number of years. What does it mean to the program to win this thing finally at Christmas time?
Yeah, it means a lot, Pat, and it's probably hard to articulate what it means when people haven't been there. I know it's just a tournament, but for Marist, it's for 43 years. Marist has been going down there, and so everybody that's played at Marist has a Centralia story.
Yep.
when we were down there, this is how we did, or like a funny story and team bonding, team chemistry, stuff like that. So for us, for the 17 years, quite honestly, when the clock was ticking down, the championship game, I know it means nothing to a lot of people.
Right.
But it really did mean a lot to the people that have been there and the people that certainly we got to share it with this year. And the clock was ticking down. I did think of all 17 years, and of all the kids that have come down, and every one of them have left with a great experience.
Yep.
Last year we went 1-2, and it was just as much fun. But to be able to win it, I felt like was for this team. We were thrilled as coaches to the extent that we knew how much it meant to them.
Yeah.
But we also thought of all the other teams that didn't get the chance to win it, that they all shared. And, that's like the Marist Christmas tournament that we always go to. And to win it was a neat thrill for us as coaches to see the kids go through that.
Yeah, and you have 17 years of stories as a coach, plus you have those stories as a player at Marist. So it meant obviously a little emotional for you to see that, man. So that's awesome. Congratulations on that, Gino. All right, so, coaches have a different way of looking at non-conference schedules. I want to know, when you're devising your non-conference schedule, what is your strategy?
Well, I think the biggest thing is you want to make sure, like we play in the ESCC, a great league, great teams, great coaches, really tough wins, everywhere on the schedule. So, however, they're not rivalry games, most of them. So I think the first thing you want to do is make sure you get all your rivals as much as you can on the schedule. Where the kids play against each other in grade school, go to high school, bigger crowds, stuff like that. Yep. So that's a really good blend, is your league, and then now, like this year, we have all 5 of our main rivals in terms of, like, we'd all draw from the same types of schools and stuff like that. Yeah. Crowds, kids know each other. And then from there, we've always played in the District 218 tournament, Centralia tournament. And then over the years, I've always thought, as you keep building as the season goes on, the kids can keep developing both confidence and seeing challenges. And it's kind of like this perfect mix that as the season goes on, you want to make sure you're playing your best at the end of the year. And I think you have to be careful of, if you don't have enough challenges, you won't be ready.
Right. There's a balance there,
There's a balance there, and I also think it's possible. It's like going into the weight room and saying, I'm excited, I'm going to put 5 plates on each side, and I'm going to bench this. And if you're not building up those weights as the season goes on, you may not get to the point where you want to get to. Yep. So I think in scheduling, as much as you can in high school, I mean, it's tough. It's tough, right. And it's not as, it's not like a summer shootout where you want to play next week, you just schedule the game. But as much as you can, you want to build your schedule with teams in your league, with your rivals, and then a schedule that helps build both confidence and challenges for the kids as the year goes on, so that you're ready in March.
Yeah, I mean, in the Ritas and the Rices, obviously those are, rivals for you. But even in District 218 shootout, I mean, you've got schools that are directly around you, Shepherd, Eisenhower, Richards, Chicago Christian. So that's a good kind of a rivalry thing for you guys as well, right?
Those are our friends too. Like where I played in the District 218. Yep. So you meet people through the years that you would never leave a tournament. Put it this way: when we won 2 games, they never kicked us out. Right. And so all the teams have always stayed. Why? Because of each other. And so I've always loved just great people. The people in 218, and great people. And it's well organized, and we always love starting the season there, and local teams too that aren't in our league, and maybe not necessarily quote unquote rivals. Certainly in the Catholic school system, but schools that are really close to us that we become friends with all the coaches and
different style
administration. Exactly.
Man. No, that's awesome. That's good. All right, Gino, well, I appreciate your time,
Thanks,
man,
Pat.
and it's been fun. Good luck the rest of the season. I got a real sneaky suspicion I'm going to see you next Tuesday at Rice. All right, that's a can't miss, my man. And that's a 7 o'clock tip-off.
7 o'clock. Yes.
7 o'clock at Rice. So come out and check out the Red Hawks, folks. All right, we are going to go to an athletics timeout. Remember, 2 locations: Oak Lawn and Orland Park. My good buddy Tom Mulvey, he's the best. We come back, go through some results, players of the week. Stay tuned.
Having surgery or dealing with some type of nagging pain that limits your function? Then get to Athletics. We offer treatment for all types of orthopedic injuries, work-related injuries, and sports injuries. Therapists with over 20 years of experience provide treatment that is efficient and effective. Our 2,000 square foot clinics offer state-of-the-art equipment from HydroTrack, Blankenship, and Biodex. If your doctor suggests physical therapy, then you suggest Athletics, where every patient is treated like a champion.
We came up with a bunch of clever commercial ideas to entice you into trying Beggar's Pizza. We decided to let the food speak for itself.
I'm a half sausage for you and your husband and a half just cheese for the kids, who never seem to stop moving. Go ahead and take the night off, Mom. I got you covered. Beggar's Pizza. We lay it on thick.
For more than 25 years, Midwest Orthopedic Consultants has been dedicated to providing comprehensive orthopedic excellence. The physicians at Midwest Orthopedic Consultants, with convenient locations in Orland Park and Oak Lawn, have received specialized training in subspecialty areas, allowing them to treat even the most complicated orthopedic conditions. X-rays and MRIs are available at both facilities, allowing patients to get everything completed in one location the same day. Ortho Urgent Care is provided Monday through Thursday between 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. and Saturdays from 8 a.m. till noon at their Oak Lawn location. Midwest Orthopedic Consultants. All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. I'd like to thank Marist boys basketball coach G. Nolan for being our guest, and we have to wish a belated happy birthday to Janelle Grabowski, cameraman extraordinaire Gerard Grabowski's daughter, who is in attendance tonight, and a great hockey player at that, so she's big, sweet 16. That's awesome. Happy birthday. And next time you play hockey with your old man, show him a thing or two, okay? All right, folks, we are going to the results segment sponsored by Athletics, Sports, and Orthopedic Physical Therapy, our good buddy Tom Mulvey. Gerard, you're a little sad, too. I know why you're a little sad. You're looking like George Michael passed over the holidays. I haven't seen you since, right? Yeah, that was a bummer, man. In all seriousness, that was a little bit of a bummer. But, all right, the game I was at Friday, Thornton 62, Andrew 33. You know, Andrew thought they were ready for prime time. They weren't. Joey Kratula, 15 points for the T-Bolts, who coming off a big tournament win. They won the Kankakee tournament over the holidays. They'll bounce back. They've got a lot of talent. For Thornton, Alonzo Verge, speaking of talent, this kid could play, 13 points. Orlando Allen Jr., 13 points. Christian Simmons had 7 for the Wildcats. TF North, 83. Richards, 47. For TF North, who was hot, they're 10-3. Joel Deere, 24 points. Michael Williams, 19 points, 13 boards. Jadakis Dixon, 15 points for TF North. For Richards, Jalen Catledge, 19 points, 8 boards. Nate Stewart, 10 points for the Bulldogs. Bloom, 60. Rich South, 48 for the Blazing Trojans. Austin Ritchie, 23 points. Javante Slater, 10 points. Chino Johnson, 10 points. And Tremail McCray, 7 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds for the Blazing Trojans, who are having a very nice season. For Rich South, Hassan Bilal, 18 points, and Jalen Collins had 8. And Chicago Christian, 66. St. Edward, 52 for Chicago Christian. Malik Parker, 23 points. The kid's been on a tear. Jack Allison, 22 for the Knights. And our good buddy Kevin Pittman, head coach of Chicago Christian. Continued success. The Labriola Bakery Cafe Golden Baguette Player of the Week. I already handed it off. Marist Junior guard Morgan Taylor, 15 points, 4 assists, 3 steals. That's what he averaged to lead Marist to the Centralia Holiday Classic Championship, and he earned Most Valuable Player honors as well. So enjoy that $25 gift card. Compliments of Labriola Bakery Cafe in Oak Brook and Streeterville. The Lisa Thomas Salon Teen Club Player of the Week. We're going to hook up Stag sophomore Kelsey Kelly. She combined to score 42 points to lead the Chargers to wins over Revis, Rich Central, and Oak Lawn. And Kelsey Kelly, daughter of a friend of mine, so I know some of this skill is not coming from her father, but he is from Cal Park and he did live in Blue Island, so that definitely helps the cause. That's where she's getting her skills. So we're going to hook her up with a goodie bag from Lisa Thomas Salon, locations in Mokina, Tinley Park, and Orland Park. And the Chargers have 9 wins already. They only had 3 all of last season, and she's a big contributor for that. All right, folks, Labriola Bakery Cafe timeout. We return high and tight.
Looking for a unique dining experience with incredible food? Then check out Labriola Bakery Cafe. Opened by Rich Labriola, Chicago's premier artisan baker, you know they'll have great bread, but you won't believe the rest of their menu. Wood-fired Neapolitan pizzas, fresh pasta, and their world-famous Richie Burger. There's also homemade gelato and, of course, their famous bread. Labriola Bakery Cafe and Neapolitan Pizzeria, conveniently located in the Oak Brook Promenade.
It's time, your time. Look renewed. Feel rejuvenated. Visit Lisa Thomas Salon. Whether it's a new hairstyle, expertly applied makeup, skin treatments, or nail services, our professional stylists are up to date on all the latest techniques and styles to help you achieve the look you've always wanted. Find the you deserve. Your transformation begins at Lisa Thomas.
Bob's Auto Body and Repair in Blue Island has been prospering since 1968 when Robert Warniak Sr. opened a business. Bob's goal? To go above and beyond to satisfy their customers. Whether it's a small ding or a major collision repair, Bob's has a trained technicians and state-of-the-art equipment to meet the high standards their customers expect and that Bob's demands. Bob's also offers complete mechanical services for your automobile, from an oil change to brake repairs. Mention this ad, Bob's will detail your car for free with any auto body work or give you a free oil change with any mechanical work. Bob's Auto Body and Repair, Blue Island. Welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. All right, it's time for High and Tight, sponsored by our good friends at Midwest Orthopedic Consultants with locations in Oak Lawn and Orland Park. All right, folks, if you saw my column on Sunday, Marian Catholic Junior Brandon Hurt transferred over the holidays. He played in the game December 27th. December 28th, his father left a voice message for Coach Mike Taylor, said his son's on his way to Florida going to a prep school. Okay, transfers happen all the time. Marion's lost 4 kids since last season. However, there's a right way and a wrong way to do things. If you're going to transfer like that, you get your kid, father and son, sit down with the coach, tell him what's going on, inform him of your intentions, and then, hey, if you still want to transfer, go ahead and transfer. That's the way of the world right now. This is high school sports today, and all sports, just not basketball. But to sit there and abandon your teammates in the middle of the season, that is entirely wrong. That is not the right way to do it. All right, folks, hope you enjoyed the show. Happy New Year. We'll see you next week.